Think you can handle all of Goguryeo's legends at once? From Jumong's dragonborn rise to Mishan's bold reforms, Goguryeto's empire-stretching conquests to Bojang's last stand, these are the stories you'll devour. Smash that like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Your next royal obsession starts now. King Pyongwon ruled in an age of tension. Between Baekje, Silla, and the mighty Chinese dynasties, his kingdom stood at the center of it all. He didn't launch grand invasions. Instead, he fortified from within, stabilizing nobles, managing foreign threats, and keeping the peace. But his most famous legacy wasn't a battle. It was his daughter, Princess Pyongyang, who fell in love with a poor, awkward man named Ondal. Pyongwon opposed it, of course, but love and destiny won, and that quiet story became one of Korea's most beloved legends. Sometimes the strongest kings leave behind the softest tales. When China's Sui dynasty sent over 1 million soldiers to crush Goguryeo, King Yongyang didn't flinch. He led with fire and wisdom. Beside him stood a brilliant general, Yulji Mundeok. The Sui army crossed the river, but never returned. In the Battle of Salsu, they were trapped, starved, and slaughtered. Of the 300,000 men who crossed, only 2,700 lived. The key to victory? A poem. A few calm words from Yulji Mundeok sent panic through the enemy ranks. And behind that silence was a king who refused to bow. Yongyang didn't just fight back. He reminded the world, Goguryeo will not fall. King Yeongnyu dreamed of peace. He believed war had cost too much and sought harmony with Tang China. While his predecessors fought with swords, he extended a hand. But in the shadows a storm brewed, led by Yeon Gaesomun, a warlord who despised diplomacy. To him, Yeongnyu's kindness was weakness, and weakness was treason. As tension mounted, Yeon Gaesomun made his move. He burst into the royal palace with loyal soldiers, and in a brutal strike, killed the king. It was more than a murder. It was a statement that Goguryeo would no longer kneel, not to Tang, not even to peace. King Bojang wore the crown, but never held the power. After King Yeongnyu's death, the mighty Yeon Gaesomun placed Bojang on the throne, but Bojang was no ruler. He was a figurehead, while Yeon ran the kingdom with an iron fist. For decades, Goguryeo resisted the Tang and Silla alliance, but after Yeon's death, everything crumbled. His sons fought each other, and the kingdom fractured. In 668, the walls of Pyongyang fell. The great kingdom of Goguryeo was no more, and King Bojang, he was taken away, exiled to Tang China, where the last king of Goguryeo lived out his final days, not as a king, but as a monk. Two brothers, one dream, to build a kingdom. Anjo and Biryu, sons of Jumong, left their northern home and searched for new land. Biryu chose the coast, but the salt and swamp betrayed him. His people suffered. But Anjo, he chose the Han River, rich soil, strategic hills, life. He built Baekje, a new kingdom that would rise among giants. His brother's dream drowned, but Anjo's legacy still flows with the river. Anjo built Baekje, but kingdoms don't survive on legends alone. Daru, his son, wasn't interested in stories. He was obsessed with survival. He looked at his father's kingdom and saw cracks. The borders were weak, the people anxious, the enemies hungry. From the north, threats whispered through the mountains, but Daru didn't panic. He built walls where there were none. He trained men who had never held swords. He turned fear into discipline. No parades, no poetry, just strategy, sweat, steel. While other kings tried to be remembered, Daru tried to make sure there'd be something left to remember. He ruled in silence. But when the winds of war blew, Baekje didn't fall, because Daru never stopped watching. Some kings win wars, but Giru, he won time. When others built swords, he built cities. No epic battles, no heroic tales. Just stone by stone, he shaped a capital. He saw what others didn't, that a kingdom survives not by how loud it shouts, but by how deep it's rooted. While others sought glory, Giru sought permanence. And long after the battles faded, his roads, walls, and systems still stood. Because Giru knew that peace, too, needs architects. Not all kings lead with speeches. Some rule with silence and walls. Geru never sought glory. He studied maps. He strengthened gates. He watched the north like a hawk, because he knew what others forgot. A kingdom isn't made by expansion alone. It's kept alive by those who hold the line. Geru didn't conquer. He fortified. And long after his name faded, his fortress still stood. Before Chogo, Baekje survived. With Chogo, it attacked. He wasn't interested in borders. He wanted to break them. He crushed Mahan tribes, shattered northern walls, and even threw punches at Chinese garrisons in Lelang. For the first time, Baekje roared. This wasn't a kingdom hiding behind rivers. This was an empire in the making. Chogo didn't just want to defend his throne. He wanted to expand it. And from that moment, Baekje would never be the same again. Some kings start wars. Gusu started momentum. He didn't ride into battle. He walked into chaos and calmed it. While others looked outward, Gusu looked inward. He tightened borders, balanced nobles, strengthened the crown. No glory, no fame. But when his son rose and conquered, it was on foundations his father laid. Gusu wasn't the hero, he was the launchpad.